Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world. We're back to continue our playthrough of XCom 2 War of the Chosen, featuring that amazing Long War of the Chosen mod. Operation Steel Dragon is ahead of us. It's a supply raid. We're raiding that Advent convoy, and hopefully a result is we are intercepting Advent reinforcements along with that. So hopefully our strength level will not go up, at least right away, down in New Chile, even though I know our vigilance is attracting attention down there right now. Extremely light. We did do the boost. I know some may argue I shouldn't have, because this is a corpse mission and I'm giving up potential corpses. I also know the team that I have out here has one rookie on it, and I was not interested at this point with this team on taking that chance, especially coming off a couple challenging missions. 2 out of the last 3 were a little challenging for us, and I needed to not push the envelope. We made it through those barely. We didn't need another barely mission again. Here's the squad going out. We got Nikolai, Undertaker, Carpethia as our shinobi. Beverly, Dancin Doc Crusher is our specialist. Worf, Iceman is our assault. Q is the technical, and Clancy Wiggums is that said rookie. Do notice, Nikolai, if you have a preferred nickname, now that you've reached corporal level, it automatically will give nicknames out. And I did not keep any old nicknames just because that was with a different class on you from a prior playthrough. So if you have a preferred nickname, let me know. And any other viewer characters, most of you are Lance Corporals, so next promotion you're going to need some nicknames too. Nothing wrong with going with the random generated nicknames, but if you do have a preference, just let me know down in the comments, either before or after you gain that nickname promotion. Let's get down there and make this thing happen. It's a wilderness full. We are concealed is what I wanted to say. If something goes bad and we need to get out of here, a flare will take 3 turns to rescue us. So let's get down there.
Resistance operatives disabled an Advent convoy in this region, and they sent word for us to come in and seize whatever we can. This is the perfect opportunity for us to recover some of their gear. We'll need to secure the AO and neutralize any hostiles still in the area if we're going to get anything of use out of there.
All right, there is the supply vehicle disabled for us. Let's get down there and grab what we can.
Menace 1-5. The disabled Advent convoy is just ahead. Engage and eliminate all hostile forces.
All right, the good thing about this mission is you'll notice there's no timer anywhere up in the corners, so we can take our time. We can try and set it up 1 pod at a time. With 7 to 9 active, odds are we're going to have 3 pods of 3 to deal with. So if we can isolate those 3 pods, it's not a huge map, of course, but that's our goal. So Nikolai, can you start the scouting? As far as where did we start? We're on the back edge of the map and in the center. So we're either going to proceed left or right over here, and I always prefer left when I'm not sure, because if I've not mentioned it before, I'm a southpaw. I'm left-handed, so I choose left 9 times out of 10. Nikolai, let's find you. You're the one that we're going to try and keep hidden in this process, so we'll let you do the scouting duties.
Me dirijo a la posición indicada.
And first turn, so far, so good. And we don't have any forward-facing coverage, or well, we do have some right here, so we just aren't going to go super far yet.
Allá voy.
And nothing on the first turn, so let's scatter everybody else up there. It would be nice to be able to have a spot to keep our flamethrower fairly near the front, so if you have an opportunity to activate with that. I think flamethrower-wise, I don't know that we necessarily lose the corpses. I'm going to have to refresh my memory on that too, but I know rocket will lose corpses if they explode. Grenades will lose corpses if they explode and kill. Flamethrower, we might not. So I'm going to have to check in on that to be sure, but I'm going to act as if we won't lose them, and for me, the flamethrower is in play for this mission.
Let's go.
And Nobody can quite make it to the corner of that building now, can they? Clancy Wiggums will give you a spot with which
I am proceeding on foot.
to keep
Follow the
yourself
code
safe and take aim with your rookie aim. Beverly, can you... Now, you're even worse, Beverly. You can't even make it up there. I prefer forward-facing cover since we don't know exactly what's out there yet. They're probably far enough away that I probably shouldn't worry too much.
I see.
And we'll just park you here.
Yes, of course.
And we see our first pod wandering in. Sentry, trooper. And what do you know?
Tengo a la vista
Oh, there it is. There's a pod of 3. 2 sentries and a trooper. Over near the edge of the map. Well, we don't know. There could be another pod right behind them, but we may have our first isolated pod with which to set up around. I wonder, Nikolai, is there a spot we could get you? If they keep moving forward, how far would they go? I'd like to kind of gain vision in this process. If we got anything else over on this side or nearby. So I'll probably do you a blue move here, because that's going to give us the kind of vision I want. You won't be locked in. I may retreat you after that, especially depending on what you see. But I want to see if there's another pod over here not too far away that we have to worry about
Voy a la posición
as we
designada.
work to set up an activation. And we really are not seeing another pod over there. So this may be, from all early indications, a good enough pod to try and activate. So we're going to get you, just in case we have the opportunity. We are going to bring our flamethrower right front and center here to potentially open things for us.
Very well.
I think we got Q with that comment, a little upset, huh? Let's see. We could this potentially, if they keep moving towards us, can be an okay spot for our rookie. Yeah, Nikolai, I will pull you back, but let's get everybody set up first before we do that. And there's always options to get up high, but then we would not have cover. So we're really looking at not a lot of front-facing cover if we want to try setting up. We've taken some of the best front-facing cover we had available. Now, if they came straight down here, that could potentially see us. So I've really got to focus and try to stay in front-facing cover, I do believe. One thing that may work for us is Worf. You could probably stay a little farther back on this full cover position just because you have run and gun available. And so maybe Beverly, we bring you forward here. It's only half cover, but it gets you farther forward. It may help us out. So Beverly, you're going here. Worf, you're going to be in the back, a little far away for hopefully some run and gun to help us out of a tight spot. And Nikolai, then we need to pull you back. And where exactly do I want to pull you back to? Maybe over here is what we'll do. I think this is far enough away. And it might give us some extra vision off in the distance this way too.
Entendido. En movimiento.
Nothing. All right, let's see where they wander, see if they play into our hands. I think they've played into our hands nicely. So this is kind of where I want to stop, check Wikipedias, and see if the flames will lose us the corpses. But at the same time, wow, what a nice opening for us. Here we go.
Things must come to an end. Let me know you still care.
So we just took down the pod, and little pop-ups. Did we lose all the corpses? I do not know. I'd have to freeze everything, go back and replay the replays. I wasn't watching all the little pop-up enemy killed. Did we lose the corpses? I don't know. I see bodies. Let's hope they're there and just a little charred and we get the benefit of them. And guess what? 1/3 of the map is now taken care of. So Nikolai, you become of supreme importance to us now because we need your eyes as we move forward. So we're going to do this blue move at a time where we can to try gaining sight, and there we go. We got another pod. In fact, either they're one spread out pod or we've just located 2 pods. One here, one there. I don't know what that is. So Nikolai, why don't we keep you there for the moment? That is your spot. And maybe what we should do, let's push you up a tiny bit farther. Say right here, Nikolai. Just see if we can get better vision, get a better sense if that's 1 pod or 2. And it looks like it's one, getting the sense it's 1 spread out pod. So we have a building here that maybe, if we're lucky, we can kind of use to our advantage to start moving forward and keep line of sight away from us a little bit. So we're gonna try doing
Yeah,
that.
I'll give it a shot. I mean, it's my job, right?
But we will try to keep as much Overwatch as possible. I know I've said that before and then not done it. We'll try keeping as much Overwatch as possible for their eventual wandering into us. Okay, you did shoot, so obviously I can't move you, but we will bring Beverly over here.
Let's go.
And everybody's made that first move, and let's get some Overwatch and see where they wander.
I'll be waiting.
All right, so they're alerted. Yellow alert. He's raising a zombie. That's going to expose us, and then now they will see us. Oh, those freaking zombies. Ho, ho, ho. So now we got to worry about mind control. I'm assuming that's what he's just done to us, and Beverly is disoriented. At least she is not mind controlled, and that's like the least that could have happened to us. She didn't panic. She's just disoriented. So technically we can still use her, and we are exposed, so we definitely have an out against the sectoid. Problem is rushing forward, and we got a sentry back here who, believe it or not, did not go on Overwatch. Let's kind of get a sense of Worf. I think you're probably going to be a little too far in the rear to be able to run and gun to get where we need you to get, unfortunately. So maybe, just maybe, we got to break line of sight briefly. I don't know. Or what do we have the opportunity to explode here? Well, as far as I know, exploding this thing would also lose some loot for us. Definitely would damage, maybe not kill the sectoid. So if we want to play the game and take the shots from these guys, I wonder if, let's find out if you, Nikolai, can do any good over here. Can you pick them both up? Because that would help us tremendously. Yeah, we can get the flashbang here and take away, or take away the zombie, lower the odds of the sentry's shot, make sure we're both in full cover, and then figure out what we're going to be able to do against the other sentry. So before we do that, let's see if anyone else is going to have a flashbang option that can get far enough forward with. Unfortunately, that just gets you half cover, and I'm not interested in throwing my rookie into half cover against, even though they're flashbanged, against some of their better aim early troops, and that is the sentries. How far can you throw a flashbang the way you are? Yeah, we'd really have to be able to run up to that half cover. to have a hope of reaching the guy. So I just don't think. Is there anybody else that can get close enough? Worf, what's your range to throw a flashbang? Once again, the same half cover conundrum. Yeah, I'm really interested in saving corpses, but yeah, I'm really frustrated to hear. So maybe there's no way to flashbang the guy in the rear unless I did this. But once again, I don't have full cover if I want to flashbang the sectoid to get you guys up to. Beverly, you would not. So Worf, Worf, would we have a full cover position? Unless I do this. They aren't on Overwatch right now. Worf, I could get you here to throw the flashbang on these two. Nikolai, I can get you probably to the corner of this building to throw your flashbang. Then at least everybody is flashbanged as we work on repositioning. I feel a little more comfortable with that, I think. It does give the sectoid a potential to flank you, but he'll be flashbanged. What do you think the odds are that he will do that? I think those are odds we're going to take a chance with.
Afirmativo, en camino.
Alright, let's get our flashbang back here on this sentry.
Pegadora va.
Worf, let's get you up with your flashbang. And it means we have one flashbang in reserve if the last pod also happens to have a sectoid. So we got to be real careful with that. We're really flying loose with our flashbangs right now. But I think given the fact that he raised a Psy zombie, he kind of ruined our visibility issues.
Aye, sir.
All right, now Q. We can start getting you closer. In fact, I'm thinking we want to run you here to get you closer, to start thinking about having the ability to put that last flame in play. And it's full cover. Against flashbanged enemies. That's the game we're playing, guys. That's the game we're playing. And Clancy, I almost feel like it is in our best interest to run way up here as far as we can. Of course, do we I want to try and get ourselves in position to be able to flank this guy. We're making noise, but we're already seen and known. Does he have enough flashbanged abilities and knowledge to run in through these windows and flank us if I take this full cover? Or do I just hide here and take what appears like it could be full cover? Yeah, that's a pretty tall cabinet, and that still gets us a little closer in potential range to flank if he doesn't move. So I'm kind of thinking that's where we're going to try you, Clancy. Of course, you only have an SMG, so even flanking, it's not a guaranteed kill. But let's make that call when we get to it.
I am proceeding on foot, following a code 8.
And Beverly. That means I should be able to get you farther forward too. The question is how and where do I want to do it? That's a flanked position easily. So I might only be able to get you back up here, which isn't the closest to positions. Is there a blue move that can get me any closer? Not really, because I'm willing to hunker on a blue move. Better to go full cover here, a little closer. If there was a more drastic difference on how close I could get onto full cover, I think we're just going to do the blue move and hunker right here. Try to keep ourselves safe from return fire.
Be patient.
Alright, Alright, we got a miss, only 10%, so the flashbangs really did help, and he comes out and flanks, just about flanks himself. Now that was a little tougher, 35% shot. And ready for anything means we got some Overwatch to deal with. The good news is he's not quite flanked now, is he? Just because that tree is in the way. So I unfortunately can't step that one step out to get the flank. And wait, Worf, where are you? Are you promoted enough where you have lightning reflexes? Okay, we are fine. I am not worried now about the Overwatch. We got to make some plans without the Overwatch in mind. So let's find out if Clancy has the ability to... Oh, I guess there's windows here. So we'd have to, no matter what, run the Overwatch first. And I don't quite have the movement. Oh, wait. Getting up here would give me the flank. It would also stand me in the open. Yeah, the other flanks only are flanks on the sectoid, which really don't help all that much. The only out would be is if we didn't have enough plays over here, I'd have the grenade to weaken them down. But once again, that's not a guarantee. That's not a kill shot. What I could do is try to get Beverly. Would Beverly be able to move forward far enough? That would be cover. Would you have vision of... yeah, probably wouldn't have vision of Clancy. I was trying to think aid protocol, if that would help us out in any way, shape, or form. That would be iffy at best, and plus it's a double move. So we don't have the aid protocol option either. The other thing is what we can do is we can use that other flamethrower. And that means I would have flesh and then run and gun to take care of these two. The risk being the other pod to activate is right out of our sight. And we're going to call in more action and issues upon us by doing that. But I'm not really coming up with any other total plan with it that doesn't involve using another flashbang, which I really am not anxious to risk yet in case there's another sectoid in that last pod. Nothing says we've seen one that there can't be two. So we're gonna run some Overwatch here, guys. 2 Overwatches, so there is a chance we can get hit. And we got flesh available, so what I'm going to do is run and gun this guy, go to the tree here, run and gun this guy. What I'm going to do is give Mr. Wiggums a chance to run over here and try for the flank shot and give him a chance to do some damage. As long as nobody's activated, let's add that to it. We're going to flame throw, then the sectoid, and proceed from there. Okay, Worf, this is your job. This is where we find out if that other pod's right over here. And hopefully you aren't going to end up in a flankable spot.
The honor is to serve.
Yes, I would rather find this out early as opposed to late. Let's find out. Or just, well, there's nothing that says the pod can't be down here and we'd be flanked with this position. So let's take the tree. Like we might have got hit. No, we did not. It looked pretty dang close, and guess what? I don't see the other pod. So far, so good. There we go. I don't mind running out to half cover at this point. Well, let's do Clancy first, because if you can get lucky, Mr. Clancy, and get that nice flank kill, even with the submachine gun. I know I'm asking a lot. You're at range a little bit. It's probably not going to be the best percent, but I want to give you the chance. It is a flank. Only 18% crit, so nah, more than likely we're going to have to get a little flesh going over here. But let's Let's see if you can hit, because that way if we get a grazed flesh, we don't have to worry so much about that. 66%, 2 out of 3 chance. Not a bad chance. We're liking our new rookie. Hey, way to go, Clancy. Way to come through, because now we don't need to worry about burning, not doing enough. We can just flesh you out of existence right here, right now, Mr. Sectoid. If we graze, though, obviously that'll be a problem. But I feel confident, Nikolai. You do have the perks I want down here. Not combatives, but Blade Master. So I'm confident in your abilities. Let's get this going. We'll keep you behind the tree. There we go. Pod number 2 destroyed.
Enemigo destruido.
Now I'm interested in getting you, Beverly, moved up quickly and double moved, because if that other pod is activating towards our sound, I want you together for a better support with the rest of our team members. What I may do, we'll bring you right here on Overwatch queue, just in case. So we have someone on Overwatch. Alright, so we're no longer disoriented from the sectoid. We're back at full strength, full movement for you, Beverly, and the one thing we do not have is concealment to go hunting that new pod. So, I think we're going to consolidate around this vehicle, take what full cover we can, set up on some Overwatch as we can, and not do a lot of big movements yet till we kind of get ourselves back together as a squad. And I do want as much Overwatch as possible. We'll bring you over here, Clancy. You'll be the one that's not on Overwatch. Everybody else.
This better be about pizza.
Everybody else will be on Overwatch. War, it's hard to know the exact angle they might come from. We're going to bring you right here, Nikolai.
Marchando.
Let's see if we can get Beverly down here on Overwatch. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll slide you over here, Q. We'll bring Beverly back to your position. And we're going to Overwatch at this point.
Very
well. We will be ready for him.
And here they come. So there is another sectoid. We have one whooping flashbang, so we're going to have to... Oh! Nice try, Worf.
It was my fault.
What else are we dealing with out here? Ooh, stun lancers, looks like. Yeah, I think that was a stun lancer, all right. And I don't know that we're dealing with any Overwatch at the moment. That's, thank goodness for small favors. I don't know that we have run and gun back quite yet, but we do have the ability to stun the stun lancer. And that's probably the move I'm going to go for first. Then we're going to move flashbangs farther close to kind of counter the sectoid, what he may do, because I don't know that we're quite in position to be able to take them all out right away as we might desire. Flesh and Nikolai, how is your range? We actually could get aggressive and take out this trooper as long as we're able to stun the stun lancer, and then we're left with a sectoid to deal with, bringing Clancy Wiggums up with that flashbang. Not throwing it yet. I don't think we need to throw it yet, but I want you far enough forward to where, unless, let's make sure I'm remembering correct. Yes, you are the one with the flashbang. We'll get you in position with the flashbang to tame the sectoid. Unless, of course, he just shoots. We're going to count on him to raise the dead again or try to mind control us. So I want that flashbang handy. So here we go. Worf, we need you, the first part of this plan, we need you to stun the Stun Lancer. I like those odds.
In this case, it is appropriate.
Yeah, he just had too many hit points to try the shotgun approach. I'm feeling brave now with only a sectoid shooting at you. Not that he doesn't have good aim, but Nikolai, I'm feeling braver now to go flesh the trooper. Unfortunately, it's only half cover all around him, but we're doing it. We need to lower their odds. Great job there.
Uno menos.
We got an advent data pad, so that's good for any intel that we might need at some point. I think, Nikolai, maybe what we can do is get Beverly a little farther forward, if possible, to be able to get you in sight, and therefore also, I'm almost thinking right now, right here, right now, I want to find a way to get my technical fairly close also, so we have some options here. Maybe this full cover tree, so we can get close enough also with flamethrower options. I'm not going to get a good percentage shot against the sectoid. How close can we get you in full cover here, Clancy? That's maybe good enough, or maybe I just get you hunkered just so we're close enough for a flashbang. Yeah, let's try this spot hunkered, because your shot's not going to do anything too valuable for us. And Beverly, let's see if we can get you far. I wish we could get to this full cover. Now, if we can see the sectoid from there, can we see Nikolai from there? What's gonna get you close enough? I almost feel like we need to get you as far as we can, risk the half cover at this point. You're farthest away from the sectoid, so I'm gonna guess he won't go after you. And let's see if you're in range for a little aid protocol. Yes, you are. And let's see what's going to happen here. Now he runs even farther away, the sectoid. And the mind games are played against Nikolai.
Claro.
And you're disoriented, so his mind control did not grab. So unfortunately we don't have the flesh option, I think, because disoriented, I'm not sure. Let's see what it hurts you. It lowers aim. Yeah, we don't want to run out there and do the flesh with your lowered disoriented aim. We're going to have to probably hold back on you. What we can start doing is working on this disoriented Stun Lancer before he rejoins us. So now we may have an option here to run up here. Yeah, we still can't get our technical close enough. So perhaps we'll be able to get our technical here just to keep flame in play there. We also have the ability to well, we're going to keep the flashbang. We got to keep in our pockets anyway, because he hasn't raised a zombie or mind controlled us. That's the big reason we would want to keep it. We could get Worf moving closer. This is actually a flank shot. Getting somebody here. Is there anybody else can take that flank shot? I don't think we can quite get it. bring somebody up here? Do I dare just keep you in half cover here, Worf, to have you and somebody else take the 2 shots on the Lancer to hopefully take him out? There's full cover. Yeah. So maybe what we do is we get... This move gets the sectoid flanked, so he's going to feel threatened to move. We still should have a decent shot on the Stun Lancer. And that's the one we're going to take. And then next turn we'll also have Run and Gun. So let's try our first shot from here on the Stun Lancer. And it's pretty good percent. And we just took him out. No need for anybody else to come on in and help us out. Okay. So much for that. Question now becomes, where do we want to run guys up? Where is he going to run off to? Being flanked, what's he going to do? Technical Q, we're going to bring you right here. Clancy, I think we're going to do the run and hunker again. I think what we're going to do with you, Nikolai, is get you into full cover and overwatch in your disoriented state.
Me dirijo allí. Explorando.
And Beverly, we're going to run you probably as far as we can into some kind of safe cover if it exists. So yeah, you're gonna get up here, not quite super far, but we're gonna run and hunker too, trying to keep everybody safe.
Let's go.
We're doing so good, staying out of the infirmary so far. I want to keep it that way.
Be patient.
And we will also overwatch since you're in full cover with UQ to see if that sectoid goes on the move. Okay, we got a hit. He took a low percentage shot, 36%, and missed, and I think our flesh is back. And that is the end play in my book. So, Nikolai, you're right here. Disoriented. Yeah, it looks like your disorientation, excuse me, is gone. Yes, it is. Flesh is our play. We have run and gun as a backup in case something weird happens, but I think we're good.
Este podría transportar algo. Asunto resuelto. Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission
All right.
accomplished.
We got the goodies at the end there too. Flawless mission. Good job, guys. Would have been a lot tougher on this small map with almost twice as many enemies. I'm so glad we made this decision. Yes, we lost out on potential corpses, but I'm happy with the result. Nikolai, let's see if we can bend you down in front of the lady here and get her visible, or turn you to the side, one of the two. There, that gives her face in the picture. There we go. XCom always pays its debts, alien.
And despite the destruction left in their wake, XCom refuses to let go of the ways of the old world. They will continue their wanton and reckless crimes until the entire world burns around them. We are grateful to the elders for their support in ending this menace once and for all.
All right, great job, guys. Look at that. Successful shot percent, 100%. Even a couple of our lower level shots connected, namely with Clancy Wiggums. Killed one enemy per turn on average. Nice damage, average damage that we did. So everything. So we're setting records as we go. So good mission, guys.
see our new recruits aren't hesitating when it comes to taking out the aliens.
All right, we got a promotion over here for Q, and everybody else was already at corporal rank, so you're gaining experience at least to get up to that next level. We're going to have some bond decisions potentially to make on this one. We'll look at those in a little bit. Data pad, and so we picked up an advanced suppressor on that last kill. We got 9 alien alloys, 10 Illyrium crystals, good. 51 supplies, and look at that, corpse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So apparently one of them, because there were 9. So the flamethrower opening, that tells me right now we got 6 corpses instead of 9. The flamethrower is not the way to go on a corpse mission if we can help it in the future. I will file that one away. Probably by the time we play again, I'll be wondering that again, but no. Flamethrower does destroy the corpses. We have some new autopsies available. Alrighty. What have we got? We've got a fair amount of supplies. What are we looking at needing? We've got 2 power, so I can if I can get that GTS, enough funds for the GTS over
Aside
here.
from us getting this ship up and running, which was mostly Dr. Shen's work, I haven't felt particularly useful in a long time. I'm more than happy to leave the hard decisions to the commander.
Let's look at the cost over here on the GTS. 150, and we do have insufficient power because it takes 3, so we have to hold off on that one, unfortunately. What we're going to need to do is clear the debris here. Then I'll decide if I wanted to go down to the power coil next or go over to the alien debris. Kind of would like to clear the power coil and then start going for the Psi Lab. Might be an option. We're going to have to decide if we need a quicker clearing, though, that this would give us for the supplies. Well, we'll be taking a look. But we're in decent shape now. The other thing we have, since we can't build the GTS right now, we got to keep money in reserve for a power station right here. And then we're going to have some laser weapons coming up soon that we're going to need to build for some upcoming missions. I'm going to kind of hold off on building the laser weapons till we put together our next infiltration team to see what it is that
New orders, Commander?
which specific weapons we might need to take out on it. So let's just take a look at the building items right here and go over to weapons and kind of get that. So supply wise, we're actually, with what we have, we could build technically, as long as we have the alloys and Illyrium, and we do, we'd be able to build 5 laser rifles right off the bat. If we end up taking out our skirmisher, we'd be able to build 4 laser rifles and his bullpup, and then we got to decide if we want a Sten gun or a laser pistol. But we can get a lot built right now as far as laser weapons to help us out and start getting ahead of the alien curve here. So that's where we are here.
Dad sacrificed the only thing he had left to get this ship off the ground, and I won't let it be for nothing. She might be a little worse for wear right now, but with some new schematics and a little elbow grease, she'll be the toughest thing in the sky.
So I am highly interested in getting the GTS built just so we can get access to officer training, get that going as soon as possible. And I am extremely interested in getting this power coil unlocked for the Psi Lab to get that going as soon as possible. Earlier than I definitely did in my first playthrough, and getting the officers going by doing that earlier than I did in my first playthrough also. So those are 2 things I'm thinking of. If you got other ideas or other suggestions, hey, I'm open to suggestions anytime, but that's my immediate plan that we're going to be following. The other thing we got to do is we got to look at some Haven personnel. Why don't I get up here and, excuse me, we want to look at resistance management and see who we want to put in and who we have available to put in as Haven advisors for the short term. We do have some available right off the bat. Nikolai, we're going to put you in New Chile. Worf, you're going up to New Brazil. Of course, missions come along, you guys will get pulled. But we need to get ourselves back in here trying to root out the faceless as much as possible. And Robbie, we can technically put you in there until we need you on a mission. So we'll do that. You're our advisor down in South Africa. Now the thing we have to think about, we got super high vigilance. And I'm not ready to do the tower mission yet in New Chile. So would it be in my advantage to try hiding some of our troops at this point? Maybe keeping a couple on recruit and hiding everybody else? And then switching the other two regions, which have very, well, I guess South Africa isn't super low vigilance, but getting everybody back on intel in New Brazil, scanning there. I'm thinking, and I'll keep the recruiting over here in South Africa. So we're going to start scanning in New Brazil. Now let's get everybody switched over there. It's going to take a while for the intel to ramp up, but that's the plan. It's got a lower, it does have higher advent strength, and our advent strength here stays at 3. But we're going to try putting some of the higher vigilance over here. And then over in New Chile, let's hide, except for the 2 we're going to put on recruit, because I need some more soldiers. So we're going to have some token recruiting here also. Not so much for the Haven personnel, mind you, as it is for the XCom soldiers. That's the reason I'm doing that. Let me know if you think that's the right play also. If you have different experiences, there's so much debate when you read on the Discord exactly how to play this, or so many different, slightly different methods to do this. I'm still learning and feeling my way as far as this is concerned. But let's get up to New Brazil. Enough chit chat. We do have 73% infiltrated for Tango Sabotage Transmitter mission. I think that's the only mission we have outstanding, so we're going to set ourselves up with the Avenger up north to New Brazil. I don't know that I have anything I want to look at selling just yet, because we got the money I need at the moment for the laser rifles once we get them.
Setting course for the Brazilian corridor.
And let's scan a little in the Brazilian corridor. We have a new target in that Brazilian corridor. It is recover an item from an advent vehicle, find a lead, very light. We are going to be dealing with some very light missions up here just because the strength is at 4. That's going to be our new base for any action in this area. So I am aware of that. But now that we're getting laser weapons available for some of our missions, I'm not afraid of that. Except I'm just going to have to pass on this one just because it's only a 3-day, less than a 4-day timer. Okay, we got our first frost bomb added to our inventory, and we can't wait to use it, that's for sure. Let's just take a quick peek in the proving grounds, see if there's any other thing I want to build in the meantime. The hazmat vests might be a good thing, especially for Homer Simpson, to research that one. I think I'm a little bit interested in that. We're going to go with the hazmat vest. 20 supplies. That's 1 less laser rifle, but 3 or 4 laser rifles with the Sten gun should be okay. So we're going to go with the hazmat vest.
We'll get started right away, Commander. I'll send word when the project is complete. And then I'm actually debating one more
of the special ablative vests
Commander?
that provide the extra protection. Let's see about building one of those. Let's see what that would be. What the cost on armor. Yeah, the alloy plating is Advent Trooper Corps, 1 alien alloy, which we have. It's the corpses that were... Yeah, we should have enough corpses after that last mission. So I'm going to build 1 extra of the alloy plating and leave it at that. Okay, let's continue scanning until this next mission pops. Arnold Schwarzenegger is now... He's somewhere. He must be a new soldier for us also. So let's get down there and see what kind of new soldiers are available for hire. Right now, Simon Pegg, Arnold Schwarzenegger, any amazing stats? 68 aim, okay-ish. Hack, running speed, a little better than average speed. Kind of average guys, a little bit of dodge with Simon Pegg to go along with everything else. So no extreme standouts on these. Not horrible by any means, but nothing extremely. It's gotta have them right now, right away. We should be real close to our mission down below. Yeah, 94%. Let's keep scanning. And we're at 100% down here. Let's see what that looks like. Very light, 10 to 12. Looks like we may be up to strength 4 now down here. Let me just take a peek. Now still strength 3, so maybe if we do some further infiltration, we might be able to get it down. So I'm going to keep this one going a little bit longer, see if we can get down to very light. And continue our scanning up here. Or extremely light, I should say. Alien debris cleared. We are able to build right at the moment we actually can build our power relay. So by doing that, I'm going to cut down on what I have available for laser weapons, but we need the power to continue our base expansion. So I'm going to... Now the Guerrilla Tactics School, why did that tell me before that it needed 3 power when I looked at it? Didn't that give me a differing message at that point? So the power supply, so I need all of the above. Yikes. The Guerrilla Tactics School leaves no extra income for laser weapons, so I think we're going to go with the power relay first and then start saving up for the Guerrilla Tactics School, continue some more excavation. Okay, we're committed.
Initiated.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this engineer out of here and start clearing the alien debris down below us here. Or we can put him on the power coil. Let's look at the time it would take. Let's get down here. Take Mostefa out of the proving ground. Because the hazmat vests aren't... We can take our time with that one. Let's excavate here and see what the timer would be. 15 days. And we don't have the ability to get a second person in there. I'm thinking... well, this just gets its Elerium crystals, no supplies. I need the supplies first. So we're going to clear the alien debris here, then down to the power coil. That's what we're doing. South Africa has gained a new Haven member, so the recruiting there is paying off. What I wouldn't mind to see is a few more soldiers here, so we can start working in rookies here and there on certain missions. Or get the GTS built so we can...
Incoming message for
Whoops.
you, Commander.
Here we
Patching
go.
through to your quarters now.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope that your ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
All right, so I had a good month. Got 48 supplies, but unknown source drain, namely faceless of -10. So we'll take the income now. There's some of our laser weapons that we're going to need too. And we have not found any chosen areas. Right now, South America is not a chosen base. So no knowledge on dark events. And I like the idea of keeping those timers up. Facility construction. This one's helping us more. Let's just leave it at that.
We have learned new things, new tactics to be used against the Elder's servants. If you would order it, we will make it so.
Okay, so we don't have any sergeants quite yet. We're getting close to be able to start finding some other factions here. I don't know if I want to send anybody out on this. We gain 15 ability points. The question is, who would get those 15 ability points? Or does it just go into the team pool, or does any one in particular get them? Yeah, it's not really clear on that. Plus, we have a high percentage of failure, depending on who we put in here. I think we're going to hold off on the covert activity right now. It's not a high need quite yet till I get a good sense of where I might want to spend extra ability points. So I'm going to pass on that at the moment. We're going to go pick up our supplies. Actually, we'll get the supplies soon enough, because we can get away with a few laser. One laser weapon. I guess we do need the supplies first. I kind of want to keep scanning up here though at the same time to get some new missions, because this one's going to pop pretty quick. Since we're in laser weapon territory coming up for future missions, let's get our supplies.
Avenger plotting new course.
New mission possible as... Oh no, this one is fully infiltrated now. We got to go on it. So it did not bring it down to extremely light with that extra timer. We are not going to boost, mainly because we don't have intel. And if we had intel, we wouldn't use it. The good news is we are gaining much needed intel by completing this mission. So this is what's coming up next, guys. It's a huge team because we had such a big timer to send out on it. That's why we didn't get down to very light. Or extremely light, is because we added the extra person, that extra rookie. Probably if we didn't have him along, Toshi, we would have had extremely light. But since we have such a hefty team, I'm not too worried about the extra pod we're going to be facing. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite me. But there you go. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in the world. I hope you enjoyed the episode and our successful supply run. Come join me next time, see if we can gain this much needed intel on our next mission, Operation Secret Star. Remember, help me out if you can with a thumbs up. Continue leaving me those wonderful comments that you've been doing so far through this playthrough, and hope to see y'all next time. Thanks so much.